Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Connie. We are doing a maple orange glazed chicken. Look how delicious this stuff has turned out. So you want to make sure you watch this video to the end so we can give you all of our little tips and tricks to make this delicious one pan dish. Pop it in the oven and you can be doing all kinds of things while this is cooking up. And then you have this great dinner, great leftovers. I don't think you can miss with this one. So remember, watch this video to the end. And this is 2026, so let's start off this year good. Okay guys, so with this recipe, we're gonna use our hearts of palm rice, and I'm gonna put that in the bottom. I have sprayed this with a little olive oil, and then I have chopped up a small onion and some carrots. Now you could use whatever other vegetables, so I'm gonna try to make this where it's like a one dish thing. So we're gonna have our veggies and our chicken and everything, and we're just gonna put it all in the oven together, so that's all cooking together. And all those flavors are going to just meld together. I have prepared my chicken thighs here and just put kind of patted them dry with some paper towel and then peppered them good. I did not put salt on them just because a lot of people have issues with a lot of salt. So, but you could definitely put salt to taste on them too, or you can wait and add your salt later. Alright, so I got my onion and my carrot, and so what I'm going to do is just put all of this in here together and then just kind of mix it. Then we're going to place our chicken on top of this mixture. And then we'll make up the glaze that's going to go on it. So then that's going to just melt into all of this stuff. This is just going to be absolutely delicious. Alright, so we'll put all our chicken on here. Remember when you're doing chicken to be careful because there's a lot of germs and stuff. So I've been very meticulous about working with the chicken, keeping the counters clean, keeping my hands clean, just so we don't end up making everybody sick with E. coli from raw chicken. Or whatever else it carries. I'm not even sure what it all carries, but. We're going to mix up the glaze that's going to go on this. So I just got some pure orange juice here, so nothing with sugar added to it because we'll make sure we're not adding the extra sugar. You're going to get some carbs from the orange juice, but really not that much. So we need 1/4 of a cup of the orange juice. And then we're going to use 1/3 of a cup of our sugar-free maple syrup. I've got the Lancaster brand here today. I do like this one real well, but you can find another one that you like better, and that's fine. So we're going to do 1/3 of a cup of this. I mean, if you want, you could use real maple syrup in this, but I'm just trying to keep the sugar content down. That's why I'm doing the sugar-free. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of our coconut aminos in here. And we're going to do 2 tablespoons of our olive oil. We're going to use a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Oh, my mustard's exploding. It's kind of at the bottom of this. Garlic in here. So this is going to be just a really fresh, fragrant. And then we're going to put just a little bit of red pepper. could be to your taste. Of course, my husband, he'd probably like for me to put a lot of red pepper because he likes everything spicy. So he can add more red pepper if he wants to later. So we're going to mix all this up. Make sure I got all my ingredients in there. Dijon, garlic. All right. And then we're going to just pour this over the top of all of our chicken. And then I'm going to cover this with foil. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to pop it in there, and we'll let you know how long we bake it. We'll get it to the temperature of 165 degrees internally so that we make sure that the chicken is done thoroughly. So we'll be back shortly. Okay guys, here we go. This cooked for about an hour. We've got the temperature, internal temperature up to 165 degrees. We've got our nice veggies with our chicken, and so we have our full meal just cooked right in this pan. Once you put it in the oven, you really don't have to do anything about it. About 30 minutes in, I removed the foil from it so that you could get a little bit more brownness on the top of that, so you get kind of that crispier coating there. This is going to be a really good, easy, healthy thing with lots of veggies in it and a lot of flavor. And this is, of course, with this big pan that we made, it's going to make us several meals unless you're feeding a large family. So that's this week's Cooking with Connie. Remember, we do all kinds of gluten-free, sugar-free recipes, so check us out. We're starting off January 2026, and we're hoping that we'll help you make this a happy, healthy new year and make good choices this year.